Do we have a plan?
Welcome back. We're live on air right now, sweetie. You know what? Sometimes you just gotta while it out. But here we have this setup. We're talking with Zero Gravity, an alternative way to get that workout in. We have Misty and Gina to tell us all about it, along with Shania, who will be literally showing us exactly how it is done. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Oh, yeah. They had to come in early. We had to get set up. We had to get, OSHA in to approve it all. So tell us about Zero Gravity.
All right, we'll introduce ourselves. I'm Misty.
I'm Gina.
And this is Shania. We're the co-owners of Zero Gravity Alternative Fitness, and we are an alternative studio here in the Fargo-Moorhead area that specializes in pole and aerial circus arts.
Yes, we are happy to bring something different to the community. Our classes are for all fitness levels. You don't have to have experience. You don't have to have like upper body strength to get started. You just walk in and we're going to teach you the basics, and eventually maybe you'll look like her.
Yeah. I'm going to guess that this is not Shania's first day. That's just my educated take. This is absolutely incredible. So what really inspired this type of health?
We're into non-traditional forms of fitness, unique sports, and she comes from a coaching background. I come from more of a performance background, and we happen to luck into this wonderful medium to not only create fitness, but it's also really kind of self-healing. Like you can gauge your progress in a really interesting way. Plus, you can bring something kind of personal and artistic into the communessive and feel good about yourself while you're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of reminds me of dancing in a way.
Very much.
Where you guys are just like very self-expressive. So what kind of muscles do you guys kind of train in this?
All of them.
Yeah?
All of the muscles.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, no need for upper body strength. I was like, oh.
No, you get it. You get it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the main areas are going to be upper body, core, and then some hip strength is what we focus on. But what Gina was referring to is you don't need to have a background in exercise. You don't need to have been a gymnast in high school or college. You can just come as you are, and everyone starts at the same level, which is basically learning how to walk and hang on to the equipment. Another thing about our form is that it is very empowering, and a lot of times in our primary demographic, which is women ages 22 to 55, we lose our ability to perform and compete as we age, because you're out of high school. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll be in college, being able to compete in your sport. But here, you're able to have both of those pieces: the athleticism. Shania competes and also performs for us. Gina is both are award medal winning competitors. So it provides an avenue to still be fit and express yourselves in a creative, artistic way.
Yes. Okay, so let's get into what exactly this mechanism is and your lollipop workshop coming up. Tell us all about it.
Yes, our Intro to Lollipop workshop is going to be this Sunday at 1 p.m. So this is a lollipop. It's a combination of two different pieces of equipment. The pole, which actually pole fitness started in the 12th century with Malakam, which is an Indian sport, and it's primarily done by men. And it combines it to the lyra, which is the steel hoop at the top. They're super heavy. They're about 40 pounds. It looks like a hula hoop. It's not. We can assure you. It's 200 pounds of equipment.
It's designed for this. This isn't, it's not a novelty item. All the equipment that we use is specially designed for fitness competition and to be put through the rigmarole of someone doing all of these things on it.
So walk us through what people would expect if they show up to this workshop having no experience and no upper body strength. As you mentioned, we're not required. I'd like to remind you.
Yeah, exactly. Shania, if you want to dismount, I can talk a little bit through what it looks like as a beginner. And obviously, Shania is very experienced in all of our forms, in pole, in lyra, silks, lollipop, all of this. So the hardest part is getting into the apparatus. So Shania, can you just do a Delido mount for us? So she's just going to kick up and hook her leg, a lot like if you're a little kid on a swing set. The next piece is bracketing yourself up so you can climb up into the center of the hoop. Can you make it? It's just a single leg. So it looks pretty complex, but it's a very simple motion. She did a pretty intense mount for us earlier. I'm going to turn her so you can see. Right, and then within here, will you show just a man on the moon and some other more straightforward poses? So a lot of aerial arts isn't the trick or the skill or the energy piece, it's the shape. So we're creating this shape and the aesthetic of aerial performance arts.
It truly does look artistic. I would never consider this as a type of fitness routine or a workout class, but that's really why you guys started it, and you're here, right?
Yes,
Absolutely. And we have a lot of students and staff that do enjoy performing and competing. Some don't.
Yeah.
Some would rather not ever be on stage. They will support you and whatever, but no, they're there to get fit, you know, and just to kind of grow within themselves, not necessarily for the performance aspect of it that the rest of us sometimes enjoy.
And you asked a couple of times about how we founded. I was in kickboxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I needed something a little bit more, and Gina was in theater arts, and we both kind of fell into pole within a year of each other, and had been training together, and we thought, hey, let's do this for people. Let's build a community, and we have colleagues in Minneapolis and all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny the passion in the community that it really does build, as opposed to going to like a traditional gym, which I hated. I didn't like getting out of my car and putting on the clothes and showing my badge and walking around and waiting for the treadmill to open up. There's something so much more personal about this kind of fitness and sport that really appeals to those of us that don't like the treadmill.
So walk us through what she's physically doing, because she looks incredible, obviously.
She's very bendy.
It's yoga on this lollipop contraption, and it's stunning. So what would this be called?
Pilates?
This is, oh my gosh, an Allegra.
An Allegra, yeah, that would be
Shania's
an
like, I
Allegra.
have the checklist. So how long has she been practicing?
Oh my gosh. Well,
When did you start Lyra?
She's not mic'd up. We'll just answer for her.
3 years?
3 years.
Okay.
Okay.
And I will add that she's a very hard worker too. Some of our people are in the studio 5 to 7 days a week working on stuff, and some will come, you know, every other week or whenever it fits into their schedule. But obviously, the more you practice, the better you'll end up being.
Okay, so walk us through. Oh, I don't mean to cut you off. Tell us all about it.
I'm good. Go ahead.
Well, I want to learn more about this lollipop workshop. How can folks at home get all the details?
Yeah, and so you can check out our workshop on zerogravityfargo.com or call the studio at
701-630-5866. You'll talk to me.
And
Yep. We just are going to keep doing it. Take it away. Tell us all about it, girl.
It's this Sunday, 1 p.m. at our studio, which is located in the lower level of MVM Contracting, 3350 35th Avenue South, just north of Fleet Farm. Yeah, and we just start everyone as you come in, and maybe you're not liking the lollipop Lyra, but maybe silks are for you, or pole is for you, or we have Zub Beat and Pound, and so many other great classes that we offer if you don't see yourself doing this.
Okay, that's really what I did want to get into. This is not the only thing they are offering. We're just talking about that workshop specifically. But what would you say to folks who are maybe feeling a little timid, a little scared to try out or branch out to something like this?
Come to one of our free classes. So every month we offer at least 1 to 2 free classes a week. It is a no-cost investment in your confidence, your physical fitness, and your overall well-being. We have an amazing community of people that are going to come and support you and basically hug you and support you on your journey. So come to a free class. If not, give us a call and we can do a private walkthrough where we just show you it.
I'm happy to answer questions on the phone at any time. I get a lot of calls about people who are nervous, and I'm here to help you. So, yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to clap.
Round of applause.
Good job.
Thank you, Shania. Thanks for waking up early with us and getting set up. It's an absolute treat to have guests like this right here in studio for you folks to see stuff like this at home, because it is just such an expansive way to really look at health and fitness and your overall well-being. So we're very, very glad to showcase something like this.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
All right, coming up, we have plenty more right here on North Dakota Today. Stick around, everybody. See if we'll swing from the ceilings next.